Um, insert introduction phrase here, because I am lazy and I don't want to think of anything funny to say.
It's one of those days.
It's it's one of those days. It is
Uh,
certainly one of those days. I have
okay.
Yeah, but anyway, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Nerds podcast. This is not where we're here to be depressed and remember our daily sad lives, but we're here to talk about anime. And here we're talking about Toonami because every 10 episodes I talk about a themed episode, and Toonami is very important, just as important as waifus.
Praise the Toonami.
Indeed. Oh, good. Yep, yep, there it is. Uh, okay. All right, we're good. uh, And once my stomach feels better, I'll be able to put this drink to the side. I think I'm drinking too much. But again, we have three questions. We have our discussion, and today we have our anime battle, which is Gurren Lagann from Gurren Lagann versus Megasexlar from Megasexlar. Two
Yeah.
mechs who are Jesus level, who uh, they both aired on Cartoon Network. One just aired on Toonami, and the other, well, one only aired on Toonami. Or one only aired on Cartoon Network, the other aired on Toonami and like a whole bunch of other places and stuff. Because it was a Japanese show. East versus West. Robot versus Robot. You like giant robots? And people are gonna get pissed at me for putting in a character that's not from anime, but fuck you! I call it. I count it. I count it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you very much. And we're
Fuck
gonna
you.
Oh yeah.
And now we're gonna go to our first question, which is a pretty simple one. Did you grow up with Toonami? Like, did you experience Toonami when you were young, and did that help you get into the world of anime? As a teenager, whatever, how old you were? Did you? No? Okay. I did. I experienced it like more in my later teenager years because I was like I watched Adult Swim first for stuff like Inuyasha and Bleach or Naruto. And then when I found out Toonami existed, I watched more shows like Dragon Ball and such. And it kind of helped me understand a bit more of anime. And it wasn't until, years later that I actually got into it. But it helped, and it's cool because it aired a lot of shows I really enjoyed and helped bring them into the limelight.
Hmm.
Yeah, for at least Americans, because you know. But what about you fuckers?
Ah.
Huh?
Um.
Did you grow up with Toonami or you not? Oh, I mean you're not from the U.S., but
Yeah.
So is that a no?
I never really saw anything about Toonami, but a lot of the shows that were on Toonami, I remember that or I know that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Part of me wants to say no. Part of me wants to say yes without realizing it.
So it's like the impact. It's like because the thing is, Toonami helped bring a lot of anime that weren't popular outside of Japan into the limelight for a lot of people. So I guess you could say you kind of grew up with it, just not directly.
Yeah.
Indirectly grown up. That works. I guess. Supposedly. Sure. Whatever. Fuck it. Shit it. Hold on.
The ninja has left the room. I now assume command.
I'm gonna eat a flake.
No. No, put it down. I command you.
Flake.
How dare you disobey the orders of the centaur?
Um. I'm not afraid of horses.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I gotta move my computer because my stomach hurts and I gotta lay down. Now we're in a better spot. So, Centaur, did you answer?
No, I have not yet.
What did you
Actually,
grow up
mine
with?
is. Yeah, it's sort of. The thing is, actually, I remember it when I vaguely remember it when it was sort of doing the weekdays run because I remember every single time I would get home, there at least one show that I remember at least catching, and that was. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was like a Mobile G Gundam.
Wait, was it one of the original ones? Because I know there's a lot of spin-offs, and there was the one cheapy
It
one that
was a
sucked.
spin-off. It was Mobile G Gundam Fighters,
Oh
I believe.
no.
I didn't
Oh, is that
know.
the one? Is that the one where they were tiny?
Wait, there was an episode where you're tiny? Here's the thing. I only remember two things. One is the ending, and the other is there is an episode where the man was sort of he was merged inside his own Gundam unit.
That's weird.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Fighters. I don't know if that's the
yeah.
one I'm thinking of because there was one that was like a CG animated one where they were
Oh, I
like
think
actually pretty
that's SD
small.
Gundam. That's SD Gundam with the
Okay,
chibi
no, that
heads.
one's garbage. That one's hot
Yeah,
clean piece of
it was
shit
made for
garbage.
kids, so of course it was going to be a little bit
Of
garbage
course it was
because.
gonna be shit. Yeah, but
uh,
I've only seen like a few Gundam series.
yeah,
I don't think I've seen
I
Fighters. I've seen Wing. I've seen Double O. I've seen um more Iron-Blooded Orphans and like uh I think one more.
the only other one I've seen is the first season of Iron Blood Orphans. Honestly,
Uh
um, yeah. But other than that, like I don't really have that many memories of Toonami because, like, by the time because soon Maguzi took over the Toonami's weekends,
oh
weekdays
yeah,
bit, and then
the Dark Ages.
yeah, it started going downhill. I did see promos for stuff like the IGPX, the racing mech one. That always looked interesting to me. I always wanted to check it out.
That's weird. Never heard of that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was done by like Production IG,
Oh, okay.
with collaboration with like Turner.
Huh.
Anyways, but the only real one I remember seeing on Toonami back when it was still sort of Toonami was actually Naruto.
Of course.
But here's the
You gotta
thing,
watch that Boruto's dad.
Boruto's dead. Anyways, basically, I wouldn't say those really got me into anime. It's like, oh, hey, look, cool cartoon. That's what my mindset
Yeah.
was. Even back when it was like four kids like doing their like
Oh, lordy.
dubs. Uh, yeah,
Didn't they
but
go bankrupt?
four kids did. However, I think like oddly enough, I think they split in two. Like four kids, like there was one half that actually did there's one half that did like these sports things or something, and
Eh?
there was another half that was bought by Konami to do the rest of the Yu-Gi-Oh dubs.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
So even
but
when Konami isn't directly involved, they're still fucking everything up.
well, actually, well,
God damn it,
honestly,
Konami.
they sued four kids because they didn't like what they were doing with some of the censoring.
Well,
we're
okay.
gonna get you with our finger guns.
Oh
Yeah,
God. Anyone
but
who does
yeah.
finger guns is 100% gonna be memed. Remember when in My Hero Academia when Uraraka did the finger gun in season 2, episode 1?
Oh god.
That was amazing.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was episode 1 or episode 2 of season 2. I can't remember which one, but I remember that it was amazing. But here's why the fuck would they? All right, we're gonna make you do the dub, but you have a track record for censoring dubs, so we're gonna sue you when you censor it. What the fuck? Konami's retarded. Toonami's cool. I remember specifically like staying up certain nights to try and catch anime. I didn't really know it was anime at the time though. It was more like this new thing. I was like, oh hey, look, a cool show. It wasn't until years later, until like high school and such, I began to appreciate it more. And sadly enough, that's when Toonami started dying, and now it's back, which is nice.
Actually,
Um,
I just remember something. Like I don't remember what I watched on Toonami at the time, but I remember like right after Adventure Brothers started playing.
oh God, Venture Brothers, God, that brings back fucking memories. That show is really weird, but really good.
Yeah, I watched some episodes with some of my roommates. It's pretty good.
My favorite parts were with Monarch and fuck, what was it? Can't remember her name. What the fuck was her name?
I don't remember
Doctor
her name.
Girlfriend, was that it?
I think so.
It might have been. She was hilarious.
Yeah,
I love how
definitely.
she's like this sexy ass woman and had this like deep man voice. It was weird. Weirder than most things in Japan. It's like it came out of
uh,
Japan. I don't know. Venture Brothers, man. People were
yeah.
high as shit when they did that stuff. But we're gonna go on to another. Unless Nick has something.
No.
Okay, we're gonna go on. This is relevant to it, but do you guys think Toonami still has a place in today's climate? Considering that actually most anime is watched on streaming sites, because like Toonami's back and such. But do you think like um it really belongs, or is it just kind of like beating a dead horse?
That's a bit hard because honestly, if I would have, I feel like the best way to bring back Toonami would have been as a streaming service, maybe to compete against Crunchyroll, because I feel like that would be better, especially because of that nostalgic brand power.
I believe Toonami is a branch of Adult Swim, and anything available on Adult Swim's website, anything on Toonami is available on Adult Swim's website, if I recall.
But it's not advertised the same way as something like
No, it's not.
Crunchyroll is.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
and I feel like if they did that with Toonami, it would be seen more as competition. And I'm currently am liking what they are doing with Toonami, though I did hear that like it's mainly just like Funimation shows now. I don't think any Aniplex shows will be coming back to Toonami.
Um, well, there are a few shows on Toonami that aren't on Funimation. JoJo Bizarre Adventure is not on Funimation,
Oh
and
yeah,
yet,
Viz Media is
yeah,
still with them.
that, yeah.
Yeah. But it's Aniplex and like something else. But anyways, that's beside. I do think they still have a place, mainly just because they are contributing to the anime industry at least bit by bit, mainly because of the Fooly Cooly
Oh yeah, that's right.
seasons. Yeah,
I have
and
actually not seen any of the new seasons. Have you?
I I caught a little bit of the April Fools sub showing.
Hmm.
That was interesting, but I didn't watch much of it, sadly.
Rip.
But other than
I haven't
that,
seen any of the Fooly Cooly stuff, but like, I still think that it has a place because it's still like adding stuff like the JoJo dub would not be where it is now if it wasn't for Toonami because it remained
oh yeah,
stagnant for years after the only 3 episodes of Stardust Crusaders were ever dubbed, and then after that it just kind of stopped. And whether you're a
oh,
fan, oh shit,
oh hi.
Mouse,
Okay.
the fuck are you doing in here?
He barged into the room. Everything's breaking around us.
God damn it, no, Josh, we don't need your memes here.
Familiar faces, worn out places.
Places.
Jesus Christ.
Worn out places. Okay, so.
If you're not gonna talk, you might as well just get off because I'm not including the stuff that you're putting in the chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can't believe I forgot about this. Space Dandy.
Yes, of course, Space Danny is a big thing.
No. Like it was aired.
Oh shit,
first.
there's
I
more.
forgot
Oh god, there's more.
God dang it, Shadow.
Why the fuck are you people showing up half an hour late?
Did you bust it through the wall that freaking mouse made?
Yeah,
Makes
sure.
me
I'll put the
feel
questions
good.
back. Oh god. Ah!
We're getting like
Stop
trolled by
it!
our own-
Mouse, I will kill you. I'm trying to have the questions up. You're not even in the fucking country. You can't phone, you dumb shit.
This
What
has to be in the bloopers.
No!
Oh, okay, can I speak? Can I speak?
Oh,
Okay, it's time to get this back on track. Toonami.
God
Shut up,
damn it,
Matt.
Shadow. Okay.
Matt, okay. You were not here for the first question. You were being punished. You not get to answer the first question, but you can answer the second question. Well, first of all, are you familiar with Toonami?
No.
Well, fuck you then. You don't get to answer.
Oh my gosh.
Well, actually, no. Yes.
Okay, then you do get to answer, but only half of it. Stop it, Mouse! I will literally block you from this fucking podcast. If anyone doesn't know, he's posting random shit in the Discord, and I can't see the questions. But the question is, do you think Toonami, which is the Cartoon Network / Adult Swim airing of dubbed anime, on American television, it still has a place in today's streaming service climate. Please answer my question, my friend.
Well, I don't really know it that well since
God damn it! This is a running theme with you.
it's like since I'm always it came eh, on like late at night.
Yeah, because it was for the cool kids who stayed up at night and kicked their dirt in their parents' face. Like, fuck you, mom! I'm staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning.
My own time, like what?
It was for the edgy kids.
Anything
We're now
else.
smoking cigarettes.
Excuse me, I don't smoke cigarettes.
I didn't have time to watch that.
Okay.
I'll get my
You don't
walk
got time
done.
for that?
You know,
But I didn't watch one show of it, and it's telling one comeback since we only have sites. It's that are pretty much stream anime and stuff. So I don't think it would come back since we only
It
have.
is back.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been back. It's been
Yeah,
back
it's been
ever
back
since
for like
probably,
over a year now.
2012.
They're currently airing My Hero Academia. I think it's season 2 there now. Are they airing season 2 now? Because I know they finished airing season 1. But they're also airing. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Gundam. They're still airing Dragon Ball Z. Funny enough, they're also airing Dragon Ball Super. But it's a lot of Viz Media and Funimation shows.
Yeah.
Just on public television.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah. I
Okay,
don't
so
exactly know the
yeah.
date they came back, but they've been back for a bit. So yeah. We're
Alright.
back.
Mind if I continue because
Yes.
I was just talking about how Space Dandy first aired on there
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, they fund Fully Cooley, and also they got even though this isn't really anime related, they also wrapped up Samurai Jack, a show that so many people were also looking forward to.
Wait,
and
would they contribute would they contribute to season 5?
Yeah, they contributed
Oh
to season
fuck yeah.
5. Yeah,
Really?
the teaser trailer was up on Toonami. No,
Dude,
not
season
yeah,
5 is
Toonami, basically.
fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I think about that, does Toonami have a place now? It's rocky to say that I don't really want them to just be restricted to TV. I would like them to be stuck. I would like them to have more of a presence online because I feel like that's definitely going to be a future. And but looking at it just what they've contributed so far, and apparently they also did a sneak preview but they also, I think, aired the film Mind Games on Toonami as well.
I don't know what that is.
So I do feel like they are contributing a lot more to the anime industry right now than Crunchyroll.
I mean, all right. I mean, to be fair, I've never really been a huge fan of Crunchyroll anyway.
Space Guardians.
And yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Like here, I might as well talk about it because it's no longer really relevant anymore, and I can't really dedicate an entire question to talk about it. But I'm pretty divided on the Spice Guardians thing. One thing that people say is I do agree with everyone. There should have been actual footage of the fucking show, because yeah, seeing the production is really nice. And it's good that they have a lot of passion for the project. But here's the thing that I've learned as an artist when you're advertising your work. No one gives a shit how excited you are about your own work. They want to see what it looks like. No one cares how much you think your work is good. They want to see it so they can see for themselves. Because when you see movie trailers, you don't see, oh my god, we're so excited for the movie. That's like side stuff you see in interviews and shit that help bring in people watch the trailers. But I don't know, the art style looks nice and it could be a good show, but I don't really care about the feminist thing. I just wish that like there was more actual feminism because it's a bunch of white women. It's like it's not that much better than there's a bunch of white dudes, to be honest. As a progressive, it's like, all right, cool. You got like a third of what you're supposed to do there, but still looking pretty white.
Not
uh,
only that, like one of the oh, if I can just interject, one of
sure.
the um one of well, what his position was, but one of the main guys at Crunchyroll hasn't been like the best. We'll put that in quotation marks. Hasn't been the best when it comes to their social media presence.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah, I I
Oh
he's
no.
the
Oh
can't take
no.
criticism type of person.
God
No
damn
good
it, these people!
attacking people on Twitter.
Oh no.
Um,
oh,
Stop attacking your fucking audience for.
I
yeah, been been very polarizing for and not helpful for Crunchyroll.
No.
wow.
Honestly, if I was in charge there, I would have fired him. I would have just
I don't
fired
remember
him.
his name, but I think I don't remember his name, but I just know when like people come to him for problems, he's normally he just ignores them, and if people get like more kind of like
Even though
why
Emma,
aren't these being fixed, he kind of gets a bit more aggressive.
Mouse,
Yeah,
I would kindly ask you to not remind me that Eromanga Sensei is a thing that exists.
what?
I'm still upset it was made ever. You better put sub.
but
Fuck you! No,
Actually,
this is no one will know your bullshit. Everyone needs to know the context of what we're saying. No, bad mouse, bad
he did
Josh,
have a
go in
good
the
point
corner.
in
Fuck
saying
you.
he did have a good point in saying they were using Flash.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean,
they,
well,
like,
but like
mm, I don't know. It could be a good show. It's just that the way that they presented it in their quote unquote trailer was hot garbage. Like the feminist aspect is completely half-assed, so that's one thing not right. The showing the show again, people want to see footage of it, not behind the scenes stuff that should go in a DVD special extra trailer and stuff. And three, I don't know, just is that really the arts? I mean, the art style is fine. It's cute and cartoony, but like
it's
I
not
feel
anime.
you could have gone with something a bit more distinct because the not anime thing is I think is bullshit. But the thing is, it looks like every
Okay,
modern cartoon show I've seen. Every single one. It looks like Adventure Time. It looks like Steven Universe. It looks like Gumball. It looks like all of them. It doesn't look any different.
so it's like the fuck, what was that anime?
And
Was it
it doesn't seem to have the charm that some of those show. Like say what you will about the art style of shows like Gravity Falls, those shows are fantastic because of everything else.
yeah, I think so. What you're saying is it's kind of like what was that anime? It had not Naruto as the protagonist. What was his name?
Oh, Black Clover. With
Yeah, so you're saying it's like another Black Clover.
kind of. It's just
Oof.
like I don't know.
I think the
A lot of the
protagonist was
shows I
script
just
hyena.
mentioned, a lot of the shows I just mentioned have a lot of really good things about them. Like Gumball has some really fantastic humor and fun characters. Gravity Falls is just one of the best shows made in the last 10 years, in my personal opinion.
so
Adventure Time is funny and emotional and such. It's just that like if it doesn't have any of those, it's just gonna be the. Hold on, are you saying this? According to Mouse, this art style is from some kind of university, and some of those students made fun of Don Bluth. If that's the case, they're stupid because Don Bluth is an animation genius. Oh shit, he lives. Never mind.
oh, he lives.
Yeah, but
It's alive. It's alive.
shut the fuck up. This has gone to south, and whatever. Anyway,
Oh, a lot of
back to
different tracks.
Toonami, since we diverged really far away from where we're supposed to be. Um, I still think it has a
Uh,
place because it's still bringing in content to people, and it's bringing back projects that would not have been worked on, and like a Samurai Jack and the dub for JoJo, and it's also brought in projects like fucking Space Dandy, which is just gorgeous. Like, thank you for that. We love you for
Jojo
that.
Dub was the best.
Okay.
Alright.
It's a
I
shame. It's a
still
shame.
really
It's a
like
shame I'm away
who-
from my alcohol, because otherwise I'd just chug the whole
Have you
fucking
guys
thing.
seen the newest dub episode of Diamond is Unbreakable?
I
Actually,
have
no,
no way of
not.
seeing it. It's not available in any of the streaming services I use, and I don't watch TV.
For the love of God, drop the meat!
Look at what I would do.
I don't understand the context. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
okay,
it.
okay.
Stop it. Stop fapping. No. It's No Nut November. You can't do that.
You should have done this in the one episode.
We have already failed.
That face you make when No Nut November is actually just a meme and no one fucking follows it, and that one guy is like, "Wait, really? Why did anyone tell me? I
You should
haven't
have done this
checked
to the
off at
wife
all,
for-
and I'm so
for Janet.
sad."
The guy is sad because he actually contributed to humanity that day.
This is game over for y'all.
Oh my God, Mouse! Stop posting stuff when I'm trying to fucking see the questions.
It's Christian.
I don't give a shit. God damn it! This entire whatever. We're going to question
Okay,
3.
I'll give my opinion on question 2. Okay,
All right. Fine. Yes.
I actually agree with Centaur in saying that they should have gone with a streaming service. However, having both I think would be even better. And not only that, for its streaming service, it should also have a backlog on some of the older shows, like even ones that didn't air on Toonami. So like a lot of old classic Cartoon Network shows.
I think
'Cause
that
I think that would
That
have
would be
been
a
an
good idea.
amazing
Like-
return.
well, one of the problems is getting the rights back, because for a lot of shows they have exclusive rights in certain areas. Like I said, Gurren Lagann aired on Toonami, but Netflix owns I believe the exclusive streaming rights to have it. So that'd be an issue there. And then there's other shows and such where
Rights has
they're
always been an
where
issue
they're
with anime, I swear.
where they're like business, what's the word for it, like whatever, where the things have like timed out and they no longer have any rights to the properties. So that'd be a bit tough, but I would totally love that, because right now you could argue it's like going blockbuster, because we all know that online streaming services are going to be the future, and eventually TV is going to be kind of obsolete.
Wait, I remember Blockbuster was being stupid. They actually stopped their like
Yeah,
online
Blockbuster
division
did
and
not
focused-
buy out Netflix, and now look at them now.
No,
There's
they-
one
they-
store in the United States, period.
No, it's
It's
actually
like
a
a
bit more
fucking museum.
It's a bit more stupid because, like, I think I remember they actually like shut down their whole online division and focused solely on like the like in-store rentals.
This just goes to show you that some businesses are fucking retarded.
Yep.
Listen to the young people. Any young people. Doesn't matter. Young people that are old people now, but listen to the young people. They know what's up. They know the cool shit.
And even I have an IQ below 20.
Shut up. You're not in America. You don't matter. Oh god, that's so mean. Oh god. Oh god. Oh shit.
Good buddy.
FBI, open up!
Oh no. Okay, please don't. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke.
This
That
is
was a
gonna be the
joke.
best bloopers reel ever.
Stop it. No. You can't take.
Welcome everyone to the Toonami train wreck.
Little did you know I was actually a closet
That
Republican
should be
who's
the
a
name of
fucking
this
racist.
podcast.
Little did you know I was a closet Republican who's a total fucking racist. God, no, but that's just a joke I had with Josh, because he's
Are
a
you
bitch.
sure about that?
Well, Josh, you know you're a fucking meme. You know that. You can't deny it.
I played Red Dead Redemption 2, so I'm legally American.
He earned it through the video game.
You know what? He just proved my point. He's a meme. But yeah, it would be really cool too. We're not talking about Red Dead Redemption. We're talking. I God damn it! Oh my god! Oh no!
Put in.
I have to do the fucking parts! Oh!
Okay.
Oh,
get past
save
this
photo.
too? Did we
Save.
get past the second question?
All right, third question.
Yes, we have
Best
one
best
third
anime
question.
that aired on Toonami. Fuck. Oh my god.
Okay. My favorite anime is Kurt Cobain.
No! Stop it!
Oh my god.
Okay.
Rest in
Okay.
peace, Kurt Cobain. Jesus Christ.
That
That's funny,
sounds like
but
funny
stop
was
it.
the pilot episode.
Oh, god damn it.
That's funny,
Okay,
but stop it.
Okay. Catching my breath. Best anime that was on Toonami. If Gurren Lagann was on Toonami, then that's the best anime. And that was the best anime that aired on Toonami, in my opinion, because the dub is so great, especially with just, the action, everything about it. Just
You know,
Good.
originally I was gonna say that, but like, I mean, everyone knows that's my favorite anime. It's my fucking icon, everything. I love it so much. But like, I wanted to talk about something a bit different, even though you could argue it's not my actual opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and say Space Dandy. Even
Oh,
though
really?
I still think Gurren Lagann is the best show that's ever been on Toonami, but Space Dandy was such a huge part of Toonami, and Gurren Lagann, for as you know, as much as I love the show, you could argue it wasn't really that big of a part of Toonami's legacy, but Space Dandy certainly is, and it is
Oh,
an
especially
amazing
now.
show.
It definitely feels like Space Dandy actually is one of the ways that helped bring back up Toonami as it is now. And
Oh,
actually,
probably.
I'm going to actually change it from Gurren Lagann. I'm going to switch to Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, that's a classic too. That is a
Yeah,
classic
it's
one. That's
with
probably a lot of
Steve
people's
Bloom
favorite.
as Spike Spiegel. Just
Steve
so
Bloom
good.
played two characters from Toonami. Actually, technically, he played a lot because there was a lot of dubs with him in
He
it.
he was also Orochimaru, wasn't he?
Might have been. I mean, he played Lebron, so he can do a lot of voices. He can do a lot of strange voices. That man has. I remember actually, funny thing is, if no one's seen the 10th anniversary Gurren Lagann video, with all the cast members from the dub, it was really funny, because there was a lot of things like that was like Kyle saying how many people, you know, like go up to him and say like the character means so much, which is already really nice. But then there was stuff like Steve Bloom saying how oftentimes he would try to make the ADR director just like squirm with his voice, and I love it. I love the cast. They're all fantastic. I love them. I want to meet them all together and hug and just have a nice time.
Gurren Lagann has a German live-action dub.
What?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing an image of that.
What?
That's scary. But I'm gonna say
On
Space
the first
Dandy still.
episode,
God damn it.
Okay.
He's just
Okay.
posting more memes. But as much as I still think Gurren Lagann is is honestly the best anime that's aired on Toonami. Space Dandy is just like a much more impact, and of all the ones that have like a huge impact, like Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy and Bleach and Inuyasha, like all those classic shows that like really made Toonami what it was back in the day. Space Dandy personally is my favorite out among those. Like, cause I really do love Cowboy Bebop as a show. It's really great, but I would never got into much of the hype that a lot of other people did. But Space Dandy was my fucking jam. I love that show, and I can't wait to buy it on DVD. I don't own it yet, but I will own it at some point because it is so good. If anyone has not seen Space Dandy, go see Space Dandy.
Better
Somehow,
yet, watch
it's
that
really
one.
good.
Watch the one podcast episode where Space Dandy was in a fight.
Oh
I am
yeah,
not-
true. That's right. That's one of the best episodes of that show. The one where it's all the dandies. That was fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's
I
actually
love the
one that
depressed
just-
Dandy where he's just like, I want to die.
I wanna
I
die.
think it was called Emo Dandy.
Maybe, but that was basically that's the kind of stuff. It's just watch Space Dandy. It's so good. I haven't talked enough
actually,
about Space
saw
Dandy.
that
But fuck,
episode
that
in
show
my
is so good.
when they were showing off for showing at Anime Club. So
Mm. He's a dandy
That was
guy
so
in space.
good.
But yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go dandy. So yeah, that's my
Aw.
personal one. And
Um,
there's a
so-
lot of shows to air on on Space Dandy, obviously the best network out there. No, on Toonami. There's at least like 50 or 60 shows that aired in its years, and My Hero Academia is currently one of them too.
Yay!
Which is really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And everyone knows I love My Hero Academia.
I wish I saw the dubbed movie.
Um,
I saw a sub.
I actually
but
did not see it in theaters, which is sad because I
Oh,
really wanted to see it in theaters. And I heard that from Di, that was the first time he heard the dub, and I was like, so this is the first time you're hearing Christopher
yeah.
Sabat as All Might. And actually, funny thing is,
It's really
I'm
good.
rewatching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I love how much it feels like Armstrong is All Might from another universe.
Oh
It
yeah.
makes me love the character more just having seen My Hero Academia.
If
Brotherhood's
only
another really good show
Aniplex
too.
wasn't charging $200 for a box for a single box set,
Oh God, that's terrifying.
and there's 2 box sets, so
Well, I'm
And this is
pretty sure
where people
there's
pirate
isn't there a
anime.
cheaper version of the DVD though? I'd imagine.
nope,
Nope.
because Aniplex
Fuck.
owns the license now.
Shit.
This is why people pirate anime.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean, Gurren,
Yeah.
the big thing for Gurren Lagann is really expensive too, but there's still the Anime Legends pack, which is a pretty decent price of usually around $20 to $25. That's
Wasn't
pretty
that
good.
that was like out during Bandai Entertainment's like time in the U.S.
Jesus.
And with that gone, I wonder how long it'll be before the prices skyrocket for that.
I mean, it's already bad enough for me to get. Still haven't been able to get Kill la Kill undubbed because getting it dubbed is super expensive too. Getting the sub
God
is,
damn it.
easy, and it's not even dubbed on Netflix, which is bullshit.
Yeah, damn it.
Oh well.
Watch
One
out,
day,
bullshit.
one day we shall get our big titty fighting anime dubbed on DVD,
Okay.
or one of them at
So why
least.
feel like
It'll come out the same year as Half-Life 3.
Fuck you!
And now it gets
That makes me
delayed for
depressed.
another 2 years.
Bullshit.
Uh,
We all know Valve will
so
never
can I
make
go
more
now?
games.
They're
Okay.
Anyway,
selling
Nick,
Steam,
what is
so-
the best anime that aired on Toonami?
Oof. Out of
Go now.
what I've seen, or out of
Yes, we know,
Or-
Josh. Your favorite is JoJo. That was a given from
out
the
of the ones
start.
I've seen, and the lineup, and part of the lineup I've seen, would either be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Soul Eater.
That's fair. Both are very quality contenders. Brotherhood is really good, and I actually, Tim, it's hard to say whether I like Brotherhood or Soul Eater more, because I don't love Brotherhood as much as everyone else does, but I still think it's really good.
It's definitely very good.
I feel like Soul Eater has a much more gradual rise into the whole really dark stuff it gets to, and Brotherhood is like, oh, really nice. Now we're getting fucked up. Like by
Oh,
episode
yeah, like,
2
Sew
it's
that.
dark.
Why did you have to sew that mouse? God damn
Like
it.
in- what was it? It was like in the first episode where they're just fighting this like crazy guy, and then
And
like
then-
the next episode,
Yeah.
they have a flashback to when
Yep.
their mom died. And they
Yep.
tried doing the ritual, and
And
This
then
little kid
it was
loses
by
his
episode
leg
4 or
and-
5. It was the doctor who
oh god, that
or Show Tucker, and then I think it was episode before that. It was the one with Father Cornello, who was brainwashing people. Yeah, that show has a
Yeah.
really on and off, dark and not dark stuff. I would say personally, Soul Eater probably is a little better at that, balancing the whole like really fucked up stuff with the really funny stuff. But Brotherhood probably has definitely has a better climax because that Soul Eater's climax is a lot to be desired.
It's early Studio Bones. It was sort of made before the manga wrapped up. It's a similar situation with the
Yeah.
original FMA.
I mean,
Oh.
Full Metal Alchemist's ending is like a little different too because it's also kind of similar, like a fist fight with the main villain. But I feel like with that one, it is a bit more it makes a bit more sense. It also feels a bit more climactic,
Yeah.
but whatever.
That's kind of sometimes the problems with anime only endings. Like either like they have to wrap everything up, or they leave it ambiguous.
Well,
so
I
that
don't
you
I
can
don't
read
dislike Soul Eater's ending as much as other people do though. I think it's fine. I mean, like it is weird how Maka's now a weapon and whatever, but I mean, like, sure. That we have a kitty cat titty witch. I can buy it.
Oh yeah,
Sounds like Soul Eater. or
Yep.
just anime in general?
Okay.
I could buy it.
Now,
Sure, I could buy it. Yeah, but
can I
so
would
that
answer?
yeah, you can answer.
Okay, if I had to say one, it would be, I guess like Naruto for me.
Oh, you filthy fucking casual. I'm sorry.
Cool.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
No, we be casuals here.
That was one of the shows.
I'm more like a mix between a casual and a because I don't watch everything that comes out, but I've watched a lot of obscure shows, like a lot of them.
And I was just making a joke.
Okay.
Anyway, Matt, continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was one of the shows. I would like pretty much like for once it's like since I get out every night, so I couldn't like see like every night. So it's like sometimes I could see, sometimes well yeah, it would just depend on if I like had homework or not.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I wouldn't want to show that so that I watch.
Homework. I don't miss that bullshit. God, I'm glad I'm out of school. Fuck that crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can relate. I can relate how much like all those anime had an impact and such. How like the early stuff you see, because like Naruto was one of the first shows I watched, and I still think it's good. When you think when you're a villain and you think you've beaten the protagonist, but the guitar starts playing and you're like, fuck.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Okay.
But now we're going to
Yeah,
go
live
on
up
to our
to the
discussion, which is we're going to talk about the impact of Toonami. I feel we've already kind of talked about it, but I feel like, well, let's go back. Let's take a trip back to the 90s, as whether we like to or not.
I don't wanna. You're not going.
Back to the
you're not
age
gonna
of
take me back.
Pogs and Pokemon.
No.
I mean,
No.
you could argue that one of those things is still around today, so. But Pogs are not. But anime was not that big of a thing. Like there was some anime and such that like made its way over, but like Toonami was definitely one of those instrumental things that made a lot of people realize, oh, this weird Japanese stuff's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it started with a lot of casual things, well, what became casual things like Naruto and Bleach and Cowboy Bebop and such, but then it aired more and more weird stuff. And for a lot of people, the way they first discovered anime or got into anime was through Toonami. It wasn't for me, but I know that feeling. And it's impossible to deny that like massive impact. Anyway, you guys talk. I'm gonna get my alcohol because I need a drink. I need a drink from Mouse's bullshit.
Sally, you mentioned like something about 4Kids.
Yeah.
Here's the weirdest thing to me, at least. I don't know if I can categorize them as anime because of just how much it devolves from the original anime. Not just because of like, oh, the dub script is so different, but also all the edits and also sort of the mindset that it definitely tried to make you think. It didn't feel like a anime product. It made you think it was a cartoon product.
I guess.
Also, like that part of they like, oh my god, so like once he won the Pokemon dub,
Pokemon dub sucks.
I think
That was a rough moment.
To a sandwich.
Oh yeah. I love jelly sandwiches. Fucking
Nothing beats a good jelly sandwich.
Yep.
No, jelly filled donut.
It's a fucking rice ball.
Also, the drying pan. Never forget about the drying pan.
Jesus Christ.
I wanted to see that episode, but
I do personally hate when they're like, oh, these dumb Americans don't understand what this is. When, I mean, to be fair, there is a lot of stuff that you would see here that would justify that opinion, but there's also a lot of things you would see here that don't.
Yep.
Look at all the weebs here. We know weird shit. We're all a bunch of weebs at heart.
Yep. I can see them out.
God damn it! What kind of weird bullshit are you putting now?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not-
get ready for Death Note 2, everybody.
Oh God, no.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and someone's gonna hate me for saying this. The Death Note movie is better than a lot of other anime live action adaptations. Fight me. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's better. Because let's face it, live action anime adaptations are fucking garbage. Shut the fuck up.
I think it's that mad fapping.
But yeah, like,
Bleach was better.
Oh yeah, that's right.
wait, they made a Bleach live action? Oh yeah, right, they made a Bleach live action
I
movie.
hear that for me at least, the Fullmetal Alchemist one is mixed. But
I saw it. I fucking hated it.
okay, so yeah.
Basically, here's the wrap up of it. You know all those really cool parts that everyone knows and really enjoys about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood? Let's go ahead and string them together with tape with barely incomprehensible plot that puts it all together. And if you thought some parts of Brotherhood are rushed, oh boy! Watch the fucking movie!
Was
it makes no
Fullmetal
fucking
Alchemist
sense.
ever on Toonami actually?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, and there you go.
I
That's
believe it was.
the impact of Toonami, everybody.
Yeah, but no, the Fullmetal Alchemist live action movie. Some people said they liked it. I thought it was fucking garbage.
I think one of my friends said, one of my coworkers, I work on my part-time job. They said they liked it because it was actually made by Japan, not America.
I hate that idea, like, cause it's honestly more insulting because it's almost like, oh, it's like okay. Let's think about this. You know how people hate that Transformers is still coming around, the movies and shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's all just they just keep making money. Essentially, that's almost what the Brotherhood the movie is for me. It's like they're not gonna put any effort and they're gonna just try and shell out some bullshit to make money, and that's why it's more insulting.
Welcome to capitalism, everybody.
Yay! It just so happens that both countries that like anime are capitalist nations. Yay! Oh, I've seen that picture. The chaotic hot, neutral hot, or whatever.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm not putting
How
it
can
in.
you call-
I'm not
how
putting
can
it
you
in
call
because I don't want it.
Aqua
I'm
hot?
fucking lazy. But yeah,
How can you call Aqua hot? She's useless.
she's got a butt.
She's useless.
She's got a yeah. You can be useless and be hot,
Even her butt is useless.
but we never know if she's wearing panties.
That's
Wait,
actually one of the
isn't it-
interesting things.
Actually,
You know what the funny thing
I think it
is?
was
Some
called-
of her
I think
figures
it-
are wearing panties and some of them are not.
No, actually,
that's a
I think it was.
marketing thing.
Yeah, I know.
I think I remember a fan theory actually said that she's actually making her panties invisible because she doesn't
Yeah.
want them to be stolen.
Yeah,
And then the creator's like, you know what? I like that. That's canon now.
One of my favorite videos about that is the Mother's Basement one where he's like, you know, the girls are actually pretty fucking terrible, but we love them because they're terrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
darkness is best.
Big titty masochist for the win.
Yeah. He's like, all the girls suck. But
Anyway.
we love them.
Toonami, pick up Konosuba and make a fucking dub, please.
Yes.
Then I will love you even more.
Yes. He's
Put it
like,
on your newly created streaming website.
Yay! Hold on, I'll be right back.
No.
All right, moving my computer back on my desk. Ah.
we all betray. No, you damn house! No, not that. Oh my! I've seen that song everywhere. No. No,
This
enough
is
of
funny.
that.
This is not funny.
I've heard it enough already. No.
Anyway, Toonami is cool shit. Is everyone done, or we want to continue?
I'm ready to continue because I'm starving.
Go to the anime battle.
No, we're not. We'll wait. Make sure everyone's done.
Oh,
Is everyone done?
Yes.
All right. I guess we'll go to anime battle then. Which is Mecha Fight. Gurren Lagann versus Megas XLR.
I guess
And I'm gonna try not to be biased in this one, because fuck, I am super biased. I'll fully admit.
I think we should clarify what form of Gurren Lagann we're gonna stick
We're
with.
gonna go on with the base form, but for this, I'm gonna go ahead and say, because the consistency for the pilots changes throughout the show, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be Viral and Simon. So basically, Gurren Lagann at the point of the second half of the show.
So like, and we're not including like the ship or.
I mean, I'm allowing the ability for it to do that with anything around it. So like
you're
one
allowing
of
the
my
ability, but
arguments,
not the
one of my
form.
arguments for Gurren Lagann is Lagann can take control of Megas if it wants to. Because like it can take control of other mechs, so it's possible that it could totally do that. And that's one thing. So basically, that is something it can do. But I'm not really saying that's part of the argument. So the other forms, we're not really considering.
Okay, I feel like we should clarify this now before we start talking about it.
All right. And I went into this wanting to not be biased so hard because everyone knows I love Gurren Lagann. I still gotta go with Gurren Lagann, man, because like there's just there's okay. I'm gonna start listing off some feats, and I have two big arguments that go into the end of it. One, Gurren Lagann was able to withstand the absolute hardest of water pressure at the bottom of the ocean while getting constantly bombarded by a mecha moving faster than the eye could track in the ocean without developing any cracks or taking in water. Two, it has a healing factor. Three, it's two mechas. There's two pilots, so basically, they can. And four, it's able to move fast enough to escape Earth's atmosphere.
Why we do that?
Yeah. In I think it was episode 21 or 22, when they went off into space, and the other mechas were attached to one of the rockets. Gurren Lagann just flew up with beside the rocket, and was able to withstand the pressure. And then there's the two big arguments I have, which is going to the fact that there's two pilots, Coop and like all the others. They get by based on Megas's extreme power and such. They're not really strategists. But Viral has seen like hundreds of years of action, and Simon is like a spiral like monster. Like he has more spiral power than should even be allowed, I guess. He's like a god at that. So the two of them with strategy would probably think of an idea. And the second thing is like Megas's best weapon, it has like a nuke, if I remember. But Gurren Lagann has taken what is similar to a nuclear explosion and survived. It wasn't able to move after that. It was severely damaged, but it survived it. So, and Megas couldn't survive it.
I'll go.
Oh wait, I have one
I'm
more
gonna
thing.
go-
One more thing.
All right.
The top is a car. Grab it, crush, pretty easy. Like it's not armored or
All right.
anything. It's just a car.
All right. I'll go. I say it's more. I'm more up in the air on it because, granted, I would say the pilots for Gurren Lagann are better.
Oh, far better.
However, yeah. Fucking
Well-
no! Shut up. However, Megas XLR has also gone through its own feats and has a lot of weaponry. In
Oh,
fact,
yeah, I know.
there's actually a scene where, it's where Megas is at the. Shut up. Dang. All right. Where it's basically been in the center of an explosion so massive it was seen from space.
Ooh.
And there's, I think even the clip of it, you could probably make an argument that's about like it took up a good percentage, if not like the entirety of Florida. And
Wow.
yeah,
Jeez.
and I didn't even get a scratch.
Huh.
Another one is that, knowing in more of its comedic aspects, it's been seen flying through asteroids and uh, large rocks on the surface of the moon and through the ring of Saturn, like just for fun, just for like joyrides in space. And
I
I
forgot.
remember there's
Remind me if I'm wrong. Does it run on like gasoline and such, or is it some other fuel? I can't remember.
I think it does run on gasoline, but normally when like the gasoline's low, they're normally just like, all right, now we're just gonna unleash the barrage of weaponry.
Okay, so they're just like last ditch effort, use everything.
Yeah, but not only that, uh, the thing about crushing the car, this robot itself can actually be used outside the vehicle.
But I mean, they're in the car. If you kill the pilots, then
they don't necessarily have to be in the car itself, because there's actually been times where Coops used a modified DDR game to pilot the mech.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And there was actually a scene from one of the episodes where he's fighting this army of robots with like all the similar sizes. And there's one part where one of them's holding a sword, and it's kind of like that. I think it's like a Mexican standoff type deal, where he manages to zoom past him and take his sword, slice him in half, before he even had a chance to react to it. Which, if you're going off like average human response, worst you're talking about a quarter of a second. Best you're talking less than a fifth of a second.
My argument for that is, I do believe that the pilots of Gurren Lagann have just as much reaction time, because in the fight in space around episode 11, I think it was 12 or so, not space, in the air, they were flying, Enki and Gurren Lagann were flying at max speed, and it can escape, it can reach escape velocity, so it was far faster than the eye could track, and they were able to make split decisions, as well as in space, like split like barely any second decisions over small basic details. And it's also the fact that Gurren Lagann can actually absorb outside energy and redirect it. So it can also do that.
The thing about crushing the car is that the car's actually also been modified to have lasers of its own shoot from the headlights.
Oh yeah, Gurren Lagann has an immunity to lasers now.
And even the high beams. And there's actually another episode where I was fighting a specialized mech that was known to absorb energy. I shit you not, he has a teleporter ray, and he teleported the battery of the opponent's robot into his hand and crushed it.
What?
Yeah. And not only that, it's not just like missiles and lasers. He's also got like freeze ray, pixelization ray. There's something called the jammer, which is basically his entire chest opens up to this all the sound system, and basically Coop does an off-key singing, and it like damages the space station. And he's also uses flame a lot. Like, if anyone knows about like, they went to like a kind of a Halo like, what was they called, a ring world, and they managed to shoot a flame from the center to all around the edges, and it's also known to like ignite his fists.
One counter argument I have though is I believe it was episode 3. It's actually revealed that Gurren Lagann has a neutralizing ray that stops enemy ranged attacks. So like lasers and such don't like during its first transformation, when Enki like shoots that giant laser which destroys like a canyon, it literally just blocks it. Like it doesn't even get affected.
Right.
And then there's the other thing.
And then you still got like all like the sound waves and the fire attacks, and even then it's also known to.
Then there's the fact that like the two, I don't think those the sound attacks would make it into the cockpit, or at least not too much damage to the pilots, because during when Sumo was going to be executed, and he said he wanted to go out and stop some of the attacks on some of the villages they were using as safe havens because they were being attacked by anti-spirals. One of the girls who was working for Raziu, one of the black siblings, was in the Gurren's cockpit and had a ton of explosions, like a ton of explosives in there. And that giant, massive explosion that was nuclear level didn't even activate it. She was completely fine. Like, it didn't even pierce the cockpit. It just damaged, like, the body and such. And then there's the point that, like, one of the things is, since it runs on gasoline, Megas has a much more limited fuel source than Gurren Lagann, because with Simon's massive spiral power, it could probably it's powered through a lot more than it reasonably should. I mean, I'm not gonna lie that, like, I've wanted to go in this unbiased, but it's hard not to, like. I feel like Gurren Lagann has too many counters. Like, it's fast enough. Megas is more of a powerhouse, but it's also the fact that you're technically fighting 2 pilots and 2 mechas, and both of them are really strong. Like, before it was even upgraded, the original Gurren was able to survive explosions and getting, like, half a canyon dropped on it. And then it was upgraded to be able to take, like, missile explosions and almost have no dents. Like, it maybe lost, like, a piece of its shoulder armor, and that was it. And then there's Gurren, which like can survive being chopped. It's dug from deep underground straight to the surface while pushing a giant mecha, basically a blunt object, and with enough force to basically, like, bitch, you're going through, like, miles and miles of rock, fuck you, and it can dig easily through the ground in seconds. I just feel like they have too many counters, personally.
Well, I mean, durability-wise.
I mean, Megas probably has more durability, but it's also the fact that
Well, yeah.
Gurren Lagann has more longevity, because with spiral power, it can restore damages as long as Simon has enough energy. And usually that's relied on his fighting spirit. And if we're going by, like, current Simon, he has actually, and it's at the end of Gurren Lagann, he has one eye that's almost a complete spiral, which is just like Lord Genome, who had, like, almost an infinite supply of spiral power. So.
Well, the thing about it, there being 2 pilots, is that a lot of Megas' fights were against multiple enemies. So I feel like.
But they were all piloting one mecha.
Yeah, but I would say that's even more of a threat, since it's not 2 people in one mech. It's like it'd be like tens of people in each in their own mech.
Snake.
I mean, I don't know. It's a bit different because, like, it's harder to work together as a singular unit when you're all in separate units instead of when you're working together in the same robot. So I'd say it's a bit different. Because, like, Gurren Lagann has done that same thing, too, where it, like, fired out missiles and, like, destroyed an entire army.
And not only on that, yeah.
I also don't
I
know
feel
if
like
Megas has a way to block the Giga Breaker.
I feel like it would be durable enough to stand up to that, because it's also got its own more barriers. It's let's see what I say here.
I'm still gonna say Gurren Lagann, because I feel like with Lagann's control, it could totally, like, control Megas after it loses enough energy, and then they could, like, weaken it. And plus, Coop is not the brightest. He'd probably be the kind of guy who goes all ham, and, like, oh shit, what was it? Not to mention, like, Gurren Lagann also does have, like, faster than eye reaction timing and such, so it's kind of, like, on a similar vein of speed. So it could probably outrun most of the things it can do, lower its energy, take control, boom. Or
I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like if it tried, it would have to separate. And then
Yeah, it does. No,
Megas-
but, like,
Megas-
it's used
yeah,
to
and
doing that.
Megas
It's
could
done that
grab
before.
But then again, Megas could grab it, and Megas has seen throwing larger stuff throwing it to the recesses of space. So I feel like if they did separate, it would Megas would catch Simone and just hurl on.
I mean, because usually the way it does it is Gurren Lagann usually doesn't just throw it head on. Usually it'll throw it and like miss on purpose, have it spin around through the ground and come back in a blind spot. Because it's done that before.
Well, I'm actually gonna say the my Megas is one. Just I guess someone's gotta. So yeah.
But I just think that Gurren Lagann has too many counters with smarter pilots, a similar mecha, and a similar strength and durability feats, but with more versatility in terms of strategy rather than just brute force. Because Coop's a moron.
Yeah, that's why I say it's up. It would. I would say Gurren has got better pilots, but I would say Megas is just an all-around better mech.
I still think, like, with its, like, because, like, it has abilities that Megas hasn't seen before. I don't think there's any mechas that heal. I don't remember there being any mechas that heal.
Actually, I think there was.
Was there?
Yeah, there was. Because I know there was one mech that was known for like splitting apart.
Oh yeah, Gurren Lagann's fought that too. A mecha that changes and goes back into another piece.
There was one. I know there was one that like absorbed energy through a barrier when they fought.
What?
I think it was kind of Jeb at combining mechas, because it's just that one. There's that one where like there's this whole army in their own mechas, and they're busy combining, and it does that thing where it pans back and then just like, what the fuck?
Oh.
And there's that mech, and it turns into this giant mecha that's so massive, it like Mega seems like a speck, and he just flicks it and it just flies through all those buildings. I just thought it was funny.
Like, I'm still gonna say Gurren Lagann. I just feel like there's too many strategies to counter. Because even though it probably doesn't have the brute force, it still has like the intelligence to it, and that's how Gurren has defeated a lot of its opponents. It's just like outsmarted them, or just brute forced it. And with both Simone and Viral, who have like tons and tons of experience, you know, I just feel like it's really close, but the experience thing between the pilots is really what gets me. So I'm still gonna say.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm still. Yeah. What do you say, Centaur? Is he even alive?
Centaur.
The gaming Centaur, are you alive?
Hello, Gaming Centaur.
Is your mic working?
I think he left.
I guess we were talking too long about random mech bullshit.
Well, I want to say it's a tie. It's up. I want to say tie.
All right, so we have one for Megas, one for Ty, one for Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
I was saying throughout the entire thing is because I really couldn't like
Think
do
of
a
anything?
good. Yeah, honestly, because while I do really enjoy like the show like Gurren Lagann, I've barely seen the show Magus XLR, but honestly, I want to side with Magus XLR because he is a Deus Ex yesterday. I would just like to see him battle and just like win. Like out of all the bullshit Gurren Lagann could do, all of a sudden Magus XLR just wins.
Yeah, Megas. A lot of his wins are kind of like Deus Ex in a way.
Yeah, but it's the funny kind of Deus Ex.
Yeah.
I do feel like because of that, I'm still gonna say Gurren, because Gurren Lagann has done like kind of similar things where like situational things happen and it's like, oh yeah, forget that, I'm just gonna do this now, and then it
I
wins.
knew for a fact I wouldn't sway your opinion. That's honestly why I didn't even say it. That's one of the reasons why I didn't say anything.
Well, I mean, like I said, I try not to go biased anyways, but I just I just feel
It's
like
your favorite show. You're of course going to defend it to the death. That's not a problem, honestly. That's
it's.
kind of a good
I
thing.
mean, there's mechas out there that can beat Gurren Lagann. I just feel like all the ones that can are ones that aren't brute forcers. They're usually ones with more strategy, and Megas is certainly not one of those.
Yeah.
In terms of super robots, I gotta go with, you know,
Mega Man.
fuck off. All right, but with that, that's how it ends. That is how we finish this. Thank you so much. This has been the Toonami episode. And one thing is, after this episode, there's going to be a 3-week break between this and episode 21. So for 3 entire weeks, there will not be an Anime Nerds podcast. I know it sucks, but I'm going to be busy. I got a lot of life shit to take care of. So I can't keep up with this. I gotta take a break. It's been almost 20 episodes straight back to back, and that is nuts. So I gotta take a break. It's been awesome. This podcast is not gonna end anytime soon because I still love it, but I need to think of ideas and rest. So yeah, thank you to everyone here, and except Mouse because he's a bitch. And we'll see you guys next. Oh wait, right. And as always, if you guys have questions, question ideas, discussion ideas, or battle ideas, please leave them in the comments below, or message me on Twitter and let me know. There should be a link to my Twitter on my YouTube page.
And others.
Yeah, or just search TheMKninja and you'll find it. 'Cause that's me.
Just fucking look it up.
Yeah, well, you fucking lazy bitch. No, so mean. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Adios.
Yeah.
Goodbye.